Hello and welcome. Today I'm showing you 3 easy steps on how to work and connect with your ancestors. So let's get into it. Hi, hello. If you don't know me, my name is Kenzie. I am your witchy sister Kens. I have done so much rebranding on my channel lately, so hopefully this one sticks. But today I want to show you 3 pretty easy steps on how to connect, reconnect, work with your ancestors, because it is so important, and it is the one thing that really shapes my practice today, and I wish I started earlier. Let's start with step 1, which is get connected. Find your background. Who are you connected to? Where did you come from? You can do A, a DNA test, B, talk to your family, and C, if you're adopted, you can obviously take a DNA test, figure out your lineage and your ancestral background that way if you don't know anything. If that's not up your alley, you can always work with your adopted family, because you are also connected to their ancestors. So do what you feel comfortable with. This is all, nothing has to be by the book. This is all with what you feel comfortable in and what is in your comfort zone, because there are no ancestors that appreciate you or accept you that would want you to feel uncomfortable or do things you don't want to do, really. So just do what you feel comfortable with. I did a DNA test recently because my mom bought me a kit. She did one and she wanted to see what I would be. It's kind of fun, just to see what you're connected to. I might do a video on that because it's kind of a whole video in itself. But anyways, they're really fun. We'll move on to step 2. Step 1 is pretty much just finding out your background, who you're connected to, who you feel comfortable connecting with, and like just figure out your history, I guess, of your family on either side. If there's one side of your family that you feel more connected to, I have that personally, work with them, work with that side of the family. So step 2 is research. Once you have found who you came from, what you're connected to, certain like traditions, culture, holidays, religion, like just a bunch of stuff, you can start researching that and digging a little bit deeper and digging into the history, and it's really neat what you'll find. Another really cool thing, sorry, I have it all on my computer right here because I don't want to forget anything, because I have the memory span of a goldfish. But yeah, learn about traditions, cultures, religions, sacred places, etc. Learn about types of divination they used, which is really cool because every culture is different, so there's so much different history for divination and stuff, because a lot of people didn't think it was like a supernatural, a spiritual thing, if that makes sense, you know? So it's cool to see what like different religions used back in the day, or what your family used to use, stuff like that. Learn about special meals, special drinks, and you can incorporate that into your own lifestyle, or you can leave it for offerings. These last 2 kind of go in with each other, but create like a little sacred space, like a little altar for them. And then you can use either the divination that you found that they used to use, or one that you just feel most comfortable with, and you can ask them what they would like if they would like liquor or a baked good or some fruit, or you know, or like give me a message of what you would like, and then say you go on a walk and you find a really cool stick, or like, I don't know, you just connect with them a little bit and you can kind of sense with what they want or what they would like really love on their little sacred space / altar. Also, you can use this altar space to meditate, to connect, journal. I would recommend putting it in a space that you think they would really enjoy. You can also learn about special symbols, clothing, colors, shoes. Like, there's so much in history to learn about from different places around the world, so it's really neat to see like what you might be connected to. And then you can also get those and leave them for your ancestors on the altar, which I'm sure they would love. It's just cool to learn about like the history of where you're from. So like what happened there, what made something so special, or how did this one thing grow to another thing, or it's really neat. Step number 3 is probably the most important, and that is setting boundaries. Because you do have ancestors who maybe were not great people. Maybe they were racist, sexist, homophobic, just not great people. Everyone has had them. It's just the way of life, especially if you are white on Turtle Island. There is a good chance you will have some ancestors that did not do great things. Frankie from Chaotic Witch Aunt said it really well in one of their videos, just about how you will have some not great ancestors, because if you're white, you'll probably have some not great energy there. I have some tips on how to not work with those ancestors and not allow them into your space. So only allow in the ancestors that accept you and respect you. They must accept and respect you because you are the one that is in the living realm. This is also your house and your space that you are allowing them to come in, so they must respect that as you are respecting them. And only allow what you feel comfortable with. Again, that is like the common one in every single step here, is you really need to be comfortable with what you're doing, because if you're not, it creates an energy that is really unwanted and can grow into something really negative, and that's not something that is desired. And then yeah, like I said, this is your home. They are taking up a little space of it. They need to respect that, especially if you were giving offerings and, doing good things for them. They need to accept that, and you need to be respectful to them, of course, but they also have to be respectful to you. And since you are living and they are not, you do have a very strong amount of control over what you are going to allow in your house, in your space. So just set those boundaries. Boundaries are so important when you're working with spirits of any kind, and energies, and even like in mundane day-to-day life, boundaries are great. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope this helped, and I just want to add a little conclusion. I wrote, "We work with ancestors to pay respects to their hard work, and we thank them for creating us. We show our gratitude and appreciation through baking, drinking, gifting things they like, or something super important in that culture, religion, or tradition they took part in. We can have a sacred space for them, like an altar, and it doesn't have to be fancy," which again can literally just be like a white candle and like a cup of water that you keep retouching and lighting every so often. So if you only have a candle and a cup of water, they will appreciate that. But if you have photos, jewelry, clothing, or any other special items, keep them on their altar and they would love to see them again. So especially if they were like theirs, that's also a really special connection. But I thought this was a good little introduction on how to actually get started and begin. So yeah, I hope this helped. I hope it was useful. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.